Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome to Bar Talk with Jay. Welcome. And one of the things I want to tell you is brought to you by R&B Roll-Up. That's a small garbage company that can do great things for you. So if you need a small dumpster, 25, 30, yarder, please give me a holler and you'll be surprised. I might be the one to actually deliver it to your home.
Okay.
That's a small chance. Ain't gonna be a great chance, but I got great drivers that can do these things to make your life that much easier. That's right. And that's what we do right here. Bar Talk with Jay. Go to my webpage and you can see all the different can sizes that we have and see what we can do for you.
All right.
Do a special for y'all right there in Powder Springs where I live.
Okay.
So a little love to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I gotta introduce this person right next to me. That's right, the one, the only Craftmatic. What's up, baby?
What's up, big time?
Man.
Just holding on, man. Holding on. Man,
Oh.
2019 is already off to a great start, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. I'd be interested to hear how yours is, but I think I'm on point, man. It's only one or two things I'm leaving, on the back burner, maybe not quite as hot, but boy, I'm telling you, on fire, man. My whole upper body is sore right now from working out.
What you been?
Working out, man. Putting
Okay.
it in, boy.
Okay.
Muscle. Need about 20 pounds of muscle, boy. Woo! There ain't gonna no crap on the other side of this.
2019, somebody got you changing your whole life.
You had the magazines calling me, boy. I'm telling you.
Okay, you got this little smoothie drink over here, and I'm drinking beer. So we all know who the healthy one tonight gonna be. Huh?
Yeah,
Gotta
man.
make some changes to the game.
Gotta make changes to the game. That's what
as
2019 is all about. It's probably a good time that you folks assess where you are for
That's
2019. We are preparing to move into the third month. Can you believe it? It's already been a month and a half,
Already.
man. So really check yourself to see where you are in terms of your goals, your objectives for the 2019 year. And you might just light a fire under your behind and get on up and get things done. This is Bar Talk with Jay, and my name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
That'd be me.
And what we do is inspire through dialogue. We have come up with some of the most extreme topics that you can imagine as it relates to people and relationships and being a better you. And we have found that these dialogues are very therapeutic. If nothing more than just to understand your own level of decision or commitment or your own understanding or even interest in these subjects, it's just real good for your soul. And so we hope that you can listen tonight and allow this show to be a mirror image for you to bounce some ideas around in your head as to who you are, how would you handle the situation, what is your opinion. And there's nothing wrong with you turning the podcast off and continuing this dialogue with your own families, your own friends, right there in your living room.
Just make sure you share it. Share it.
That's what it's really. Yeah, share us, please. Share us, like us, share us, like us, and subscribe. So, thank you for being here with us tonight. We got a fantastic show lined up for you as per usual.
As always.
And we are going to start it off like we always do with a prayer.
Okay, for all the ones. Man, I gotta let you do what you do. For all the ones that's about to listen to this prayer, I want y'all to make sure you understand Cash App. Bar Talk with Jay. That's right. We got a little Cash App thing going on. Again, these just for the building fund.
Yeah.
Just help us out. We take all donations, so y'all feel free.
Yeah.
But if you hear the words what my boy about to give you, you understand why I gave y'all that Cash App option. Okay?
Yes.
And then y'all ain't used it yet. Just want y'all to know that. Feel free. I mean, I do take donations.
And Heavenly Father, we come into your presence right now with our heads bowed and our hearts humbled, just thanking you for your amazing grace and thanking you for your awesome power in our lives. We are here tonight, Father, to socialize and at the same time grow in our own spirits. And we ask that you would give us an opportunity to do so by opening our minds and our hearts, allow our audience to understand the message and to hear us clearly, and allow us to be great hosts and let us do a good work that you would be proud of here tonight. And so we ask all these blessings in your Son's name, to Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Amen. See, right there. That's Bar Talk with Jay. Catch that. Catch that. Let's say. Yeah. Because that right there is moving. Okay? Just want y'all to know that.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff.
Man, you that's why I always let you do this, man. This right up your alley.
Yeah,
you
it
take
is.
them automatically to where they need to be, man. That's why you are a blessing.
Yeah.
So now y'all know why I rock with Craft,
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate that, Jay. Ooh, man, I just had a brainstorm idea come
Did
to
you?
my head. Yeah, I did. And, well, we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So, let's cover last week's topic. It
Okay.
was a very interesting topic. One that's been kind of bouncing around in my mind all week long
Okay.
as I'm listening to people around me. But last week we talked about drama-filled people.
Mm-hmm.
Why are people so focused on drama in order to escape from reality?
Like I said, man, one of the things I liked about that topic, it had the answer in it. It's escape.
Yes, escape.
You gotta escape. A lot of times you're using the drama to avoid reality because reality is sometimes harsh.
Yes.
So people find ways to make reality easier on them. So again, I ain't gonna say they make up everything, but they over glorify
Yeah.
to make them feel more important in whatever way they make them feel good. Number one reason. That's another reason why people lie all the time.
Right.
To them, it makes their reality comfortable.
Right.
It make yours uncomfortable because you can see through the lies.
Right.
And nobody like to see.
Right.
But again, you know, if you know anything about the power of the secret, it's a little bit different because you actually believe in what you're gonna do. It's not about lying. It's about understanding and making change.
Right.
That's a mental.
Right.
And a lot of people get them confused, but it's kind of obvious when I can listen to a person. I can see that you're talking where you're going
Right.
because that's your drive compared to you just talking.
Right.
There's too much talking being done these days. And I'm doing talk radio, so I really be a hypocrite right about now.
No, this is good stuff, man. This is good
But
stuff. What we do.
it's time for us to understand and get people to relate better.
Absolutely.
And that's again Bar Talk with Jay. Again, for anybody that's coming new to the show, pour it out. Again, this whole bar scene is just before I started this. I was knowing people was going to the bar, and they was having issues, and they was getting with the bartender, and the bartender was listening. And what we trying to do is give you a different perception of what's going on with you.
Right.
The best person
With
that
you.
can fix you is you.
Right.
And that's what we do right here. So again, don't be offended. Anything we might say might make you feel differently. It's because we trying to put some different thoughts in your head.
There you go. And here's a different thought that you may not have considered over the last several years of your life, folks.
What you got?
You have to take time to recognize who the people are that are in front of you.
Mm.
You have to take a moment and say to yourself, are they drama-filled people?
Yeah, most of them.
Now, every single person on the globe has this spiritual discernment to be able to read through BS.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, if you are lying and you are fabricating stories and you are creating drama, everybody can see the truth. You are not hidden. You are very transparent. Your words don't come across as genuine. Your reactions to the story don't come across as real. You are fabricating and everybody can see it. So stop lying.
Crap, you can see me? I'm invisible.
No, you're not invisible, right? So we got to take time to recognize those who are drama-filled people. It really is about people's hidden insecurities.
True.
Again, they're trying to escape reality because they have these hidden insecurities, and they use words and language and other people's emotions to try and mask who they really are. The other side of it, remember, drama is a theatrical performance. It's a story.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it usually is a story with a purpose. And the purpose might be to get something at the end. Remember we talked last week? They tell you this great story and then they ask you for something.
All the time.
Right.
It make me not even want to ask you nothing.
Right.
Especially they come in, you will never guess what. I don't want to know.
Don't want to know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because it's going to lead you to asking for some money.
Right.
So guess what? Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Figure it out yourself.
Yeah. So, it's about a lot of hidden insecurities, and we can all see those people who are drama-filled. We can see those hidden insecurities. And sometimes, I suggested at the very end of the show last week that we really have to see people and we have to always love people like Christ. And that means that we got to find a way to see them that is, with some form or some sense of love, some form or some sense of... just empathy for them, sympathy for, not necessarily sympathy, but empathy for them. Nothing wrong with, iron sharpening iron and telling them about themselves and getting them off that drama track. But it is all about something is insecure within that person. I'm saying, really the whole of it all is you don't have a need to be talking about other people's business. Right? I can't think of anyone who is anointed to talk about somebody else's business. You just keep to yourself talk about your own world, your own life, but you don't really know what's going on in other people's world. You may know that interaction you had, and you may know how they treated you, and you may know how the story ended. You know, they lied, cheated, or, you know, tried to get out of something and didn't do what they were supposed to do, whatever it is. But all of it's negative, man. And there's no room for negativity in this world. If you are filling your environment or allowing your environment to be filled with negative energy, you're going to reap some negative repercussions. And so I just encourage you to keep those folks out of your life.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times you got to look at it. They rather talk about somebody else because they don't want to focus on themselves.
Right.
And I really say, be happy with yourself, understand yourself, and you can speak confident to another person about anything else that goes on, because it's not a negative thing then.
Right.
Because you grasp hold of your own situation and you're not talking about somebody else's to keep the light off of you.
Right.
It's not always about you,
Yes.
and it's not always about them, but that's where you want to point it.
Right.
And that's where that drama comes from.
Mhm.
So again, we just try to get to the fabric, all the way down to the smallest thing that you can do to make things better.
Yeah.
And it's,
There you
sometimes
go.
it's looking within
There you
yourself.
go. Ain't nothing wrong with praying for them, too.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with praying for
The
them.
hand, before I have to put hands on you right, pray.
Listen,
Jay slapped it.
yeah, it was a fabulous show, and you folks should check it out. We're all over the internet. You can find us at Me Too.
Keep going.
You can find us at Black Planet.
That's right.
You can find us
I got
at
grabbed to do it.
LetGo.com.
Damn, let go. That's after you got rid of them. You can still find us.
Right.
My man said, let go. Okay.
Obviously, we're at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, iTunes. I mean,
Keep
what
it
am I
going,
missing
baby.
here?
Just keep going. We iTunes. We're
yeah.
also Spreaker.
Spreaker, love
yes.
Spreaker platform. It's a fantastic platform. So check us out. Send us some feedback on the show, what you think, maybe some comments or questions, maybe some ideas for another show, and
And let us know
we'd
about
love
your
to hear
issues.
from you. Yeah,
man. On Facebook, let us know your issues. Again, we can't tell you we can bring them all on air.
Yeah.
But again, we got problems going on out there. I mean, I'd like to be able to address some of the ones that we can.
Yeah.
Make a difference.
Man, that's
It's Valentine's Day, man. I'm trying to show
It
some
is
love.
Valentine's
I'm dressed up like this, like Cupid's era.
I see you.
I'm just saying, man. I'm telling you, I wasn't
didn't
feeling good
understand-
earlier, man. I
I didn't
thought
understand-
Cupid shot me in the back of my balls.
I didn't
I'm telling
understand
you, I was
that
in
at first,
pain.
man. What kind of pain, man?
I was in pain. No, some night, man, it really
yeah.
bothered me, man. It just
Yeah.
messed me all up. But one of the things I could tell you, man, through the grace of God, again, I was able to recover.
There you go.
I'm feeling a lot better now.
There you go.
And again, I'm not all into Valentine's. One of the things I want to pose a challenge to a lot of people that say they ain't gonna do nothing for Valentine's. Just make sure you appreciate the one you with. If you didn't get flowers or anything, they go on sale tomorrow, right? So I want all y'all to go out
Right.
tomorrow and get them flowers on sale. And she gonna be like, well, you late. It doesn't matter about being late. It's the thought that counts. Give them half off roses to a person that you care for. It might have saved you a little, and you might be a little bit behind, but you still showing you on time.
Appreciate the one you're with. I
Got
like
to,
that.
and it's not just this day.
Yeah.
That's why I have a problem with it, because St. Valentine's, and you understand what really happened way back then, how it got turned and twisted, but we can still make good by our lovely women.
Yes.
And showing them love, and
Yes.
I like to make sure they show. And if somebody want to bring me some flowers,
Yeah.
okay, I feel free. Tomorrow, if you like, before I got all this other stuff going on.
Half off. Yeah.
Yeah, give me the half off. I don't mind. I'm
Around
save
the
some money.
edges. Yeah.
I don't want to borrow now. Hold on, man. I ain't say bring me some dead ass flowers now. I ain't gonna really keep them like that, but don't bring me something already dead. All right.
But it's the thought that counts, Jay.
Man, no, that ain't no thought at all. You just being raunchy. I mean, step the game up a little bit, at least half off because it's a day late.
Right.
I mean, it's all about considering the one you with and showing them love year round, not a day.
Yeah.
But if anybody went out and did great things today for the one that you with, I salute you. I am sitting
I
here now
salute you.
saying thank you for showing appreciation to the person that you love.
Yeah. Because, when I think about it all, are you doing something a little more than you always do? That's what the holiday is really about. Did you do something just a little bit more, a little bit better, a little more thought process, spend a little more money, spend a little more time than you did on most days? And if you did that, then you accomplished the goal. Wow. And hopefully, it's some flowers and candy and some celebration involved.
I looked at my cash app.
Babies made tonight.
I looked at my cash app.
Yeah.
And I look back at what all I've been giving folks. And that's Valentine right there.
Right.
You needed that Valentine.
Yeah. Take that off.
You get?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
Paid
people
it
out there be
forward.
like, Jay, you ain't saying me nothing. Oh, I did. I
Yeah.
cash at you. Okay? Now that was before Valentine's Day, so don't talk about I ain't do nothing on one
Right.
day. When you needed me, I was there for
You paid it forward.
Always.
Yeah, that's.
But then
that's
they always
good.
want to come back and be like, well, you didn't do this and you didn't want to do. See, stop all that drama
Yeah.
and understand what a person really do. Because when you really need them, they ought to come through. And my Cash App let me know I came through a lot.
Cash App tells the story.
Yeah, what? They showed a lot wasn't coming in, I tell you that.
I look back through mine sometimes. I'm amazed.
Me too.
Yeah.
Can I get some of it back?
Yeah.
Cash App, Bar Talk with Jay. Right now.
You know what? You know what you do?
Some
Send a
love.
request. You know how you request button?
Just send me some money.
Send a request back to her.
Yeah. I'm requesting
Like,
some of that back.
Yeah.
It's like tax time. Better send it back. You got your tax.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a
Hook up
tax
for one,
break.
hook
You don't
up.
gotta send me but 80%. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah.
If you're getting anything.
Right.
If you ain't, just put a little something, something with it.
Aside from
Okay, what you got?
Valentine's Day, it's also
Okay.
Black History Month.
Oh, what? Why we always get this? Anyway, don't matter. We got a month.
We got a month.
So what we got? That's the most important thing. See, I was just about to start some drama.
Yeah.
Why start a negative
Yeah.
when we got a positive situation? We've been doing great things. Let's talk about some of it.
Yeah, man.
Correct.
Yeah, I learned a lot this week,
Okay.
and really too much to share right now. But it was a week that took me to a place in my mind and my spirit, like I'm not doing enough.
Ooh, all right.
You know, when you think about our forefathers and what they had to go through for us to get here, it is that's a big event, man. That's a big task to undertake, and they took it. They undertook it by giving their entire lives to it. It wasn't just kind of what we do, a show in a week, and the rest of the week we just kind of do our thing. I mean, they lived and breathed the task at hand and the movement, and there is much work to be done, as we can see in the world today.
Still got a lot of
So
ways to go.
I'm challenging everyone listening to the sound of my voice to step it up. It's really time, whether you get your show on the road or whether you follow some community interest. Maybe you've had some family members who've lost through diabetes or cancer. Go get involved in some of those programs and start giving back and start putting some effort in. You may not have money to give, but you can give time, you can give effort. And there's just so much work to be done, and we have no room for lounging. There was a poem that I was taught when I was online. It's called "Be Strong," and it basically says, "Be strong, be strong. We are not here to play, dream, or drift. We have hard work to do and loads to lift. Shun not the struggle, for it is God's gift. Be strong, be strong." And it really says it all, that we're not here to just enjoy lives. We're really here to get some work done, and our forefathers got the work done. We can't lounge on our laurels, man. It's time to stand up.
And that's what
things
we
happen.
And that's what we asking y'all to do.
Yeah,
Again, this is that time that we have to wake up.
we got to wake up.
Our history is not being taught in schools, but it can be Googled, it can be researched, and again, we got to put in that work. And again, a lot of times, why go back and look at it? Because it only gives you that inspiration
Yes, it
to
does.
know somebody else put some work in.
Yeah.
So it makes you understand why you have to put some work in.
Yeah.
Because I get people call me all the time. I'm tired of going to work. I'm tired. Then you got to get your mind in a position where you can start doing other things.
That's right.
Enhance yourself. Don't look at your
Enhance
job
yourself.
as a weapon. Oh,
Yes.
is this just a terrible place? I can't stand going. That's a negative way of thinking.
Right.
How about, okay, I need this as a stepping stone. This place right here gonna get me to my next place. And when you start dreaming big, you start thinking bigger, you start going different places. Okay,
There you go.
Higher
There you
elevation.
Go. There you go. And it is time for our first break. Man, what a marvelous first segment, and appreciate that, Jay. It was just super tight, if you ask me. So we're going to take a break, but let me let you know what the subject is, the topic for tonight.
Give it to 'em.
It is, what does it really mean when a person introduces you to their mother?
What? Oh, Lord. Okay.
And-
well, everybody don't speak at one time.
There's a lot of equations we can develop when someone introduces you to their boss, when someone introduces you to their, ex-wife, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of scenarios there. But we're going to go ahead and take a break. You folks stay tuned. We love you. We appreciate you being with us. And we'll be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay.
with Bar Talk with Jay. And again, want to make sure all the ladies know Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
Dressed
Day.
up for you, all those single women out there that didn't get nothing. I want to say from my heart, Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's
Okay,
Day
some
to you.
roses and flowers back. Well, there's some roses back there with little balloons saying Happy Valentine's Day. Can't send it out to all y'all, but y'all can sit back there and y'all can see it. I actually got that from my mother.
Sure.
You know, another special woman in my life.
Sure you did.
So again, you know, it's back there. But again, for all the ones that might not have received anything, I just want to make sure I do a shout out to y'all because y'all are special to me. Now, I did that for one reason. I got somebody coming up next that look like him, that be like him, that 9 times out of 10 might be with you. Yeah, that person called Jamal.
Mhm.
He's with us. Jamal, how you doing, big baby?
It's called Andy.
No.
Call in. That's all right.
Well, we see how that went.
He'll call.
Dropped like a bad habit.
He'll call back. He'll call back.
Obviously, I ain't paid my Skype bill.
We'll get him on the line. I know he's super fired up tonight.
I imagine he would be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he one of them teddy bear type guys. He's going to go out all the way
Yeah.
and do all that stuff that'll make a person feel real good.
Yeah.
And then the next day come back out and do something real crazy and make him want to choke him.
I'm interested to hear what his perspective is on this tonight. He's usually a love-filled guy, you know.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
definitely about, you
he
know.
do a whole lot
candy
for OPP.
and instruction.
There you go. There you go.
What's up, big time?
What's up, pimpin'?
What's going on, y'all? Listen, let me call right back in a few minutes. I know I ain't gonna be in the best reception right now. I'm gonna call right back in.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Sound like somebody ain't doing something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, Barbara
Hey,
put.
don't start nothing now.
Yeah, well, stop. Won't be nothing. It's gonna be
Listen, we got time for a couple of quotes here. Barbara
Okay.
put together a couple of quotes for Black History Month,
Okay.
and we have to always keep in mind the quotes of our forefathers because those quotes come from many years of struggle.
Mm.
And some of the wisest words we ever heard came from those folks. This particular quote's by Maya Angelou, and it says, "Love recognizes barriers. It jumps hurdles and leaps fences. It penetrates walls to arrive at its destination, full of hope."
Mm. Sound back to that work.
That's powerful. Man.
Very
That's powerful. It's almost like you love someone, and then they do something wrong to you.
Mm.
They hurt your feelings. They lie, take something from you, whatever. They, disrespect you, or whatever the case may be. She says love recognizes barriers, right? And it leaps hurdles and leaps fences and penetrates walls till it finds its destination full of hope. That even though they did something wrong to you, that love has jumped that barrier, and even today you still love them as much as you ever did, even though they hurt you. That's what we talk about, unconditional love. That's what she was talking about.
I like that. And also I like the fact that once she's seen it, she didn't quit.
Right.
You know, love just don't quit. That's a choice.
Right.
And my whole thing is you gotta look at your choices and make them wisely.
Yes.
Because again, a barrier is not always for you to be stopped.
Right.
It's for you to recognize that might need to be some change.
Right.
So in behavior, what's going on, but a lot of times people look at it and they feel like, oh, well, I can't go no further.
Right.
Well, that's because you chose to stop.
Right.
It's about keep moving and move in a positive way where you can take people with you.
Right.
And I like to say, when you got words like that, that's why you got to go back and grab on to positive influences.
There you go.
That's a positive influence.
That's a positive
I like that.
influence. That's
So thank you,
that was-
Barb did that one.
Yeah, that was Maya Angelou. I've got two more here, just depending on how much time we got here.
Well, he ain't going back.
The
Go on,
second
throw
one
another.
is Charles W. Chestnut, right?
Uh-huh.
Charles Chestnut. The workings of the human heart are the profoundest mystery of the universe. One moment they make us despair of our kind, and the next we see them in the reflection of the divine image. I think he's talking about love, right? The
I don't
workings of the human heart
I don't know
are
what
the
the hell he's
profoundest mystery of the universe.
I'm
You ever,
honest.
huh?
It
You-
went all over me.
I mean, it's like having you're forgiven. The same thing that Maya Angelou was saying. You've forgiven somebody. They've done you wrong
Mm.
a dozen times.
But it's come
A
on.
dozen times, right?
They did that many times. They don't need to be that.
Right. But then that one moment they make you real upset, the next moment they show you a divine image that your heart can move from, you know, complete anger and removal of a person to bringing them back in and loving them dearly.
Bipolar.
Right? It's the most profound mystery in the universe. It just doesn't make sense. Love doesn't make sense. Love does not make sense all the time.
I agree.
Yeah, and that's
Get you in your feelings.
yeah, something to consider. Here's Harriet Tubman.
Oh.
Every great dream begins with a dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world.
Oh yeah, now I understand that one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about a little bit ago. That we still have power to make a difference in the world. We still have what it takes to change our world, to better our communities, to better our families. We still have it within us, but again, we can't lounge on our laurels, right? We have to have a dream. We got to start with a dream. And this world will take you so far away from a dream that it takes some real, some real internal guidance. How do you dream in the midst of the darkest hour, right? That the world is always weighing heavy on you with things and stuff and situations and circumstances that we oftentimes don't dream. But every great dream began with a dreamer, and we have to be the dreamers of today. Because as we see our world unfolding, we probably can lay the best groundwork for what our world should look like tomorrow. And never think for any moment that you don't matter in this world. Each of you, every single person who is listening to this show, every single person, you matter. You make a difference. You can change the world. One thing you do could change the world. It only takes one thing you do. You can change the world. So it's important that we hear from these folks. You know, we're talking about people who were around in the United States of America at its most greatest turmoil for black people, still having dreams and still looking up to the hilltops. So we have to do the same. And I don't want to belabor that point, but it's so important, man, that we lift our minds to the hilltops and see something bigger than where we are right now.
I agree. And how you can make a difference right now, Facebook, definitely hearts, like us, meet me. You can, I don't know what all the little gifts you can do, saying, do your thing, because if you start there, we can take this to a whole nother place. But we need that participation. We need that effort. We need you to share. We need this to get out there. We have great works.
Because this can change the world, man.
Yes. I was looking at some of the things my boy Booby did. Again, when y'all go to YouTube, it's usually a week behind. But it's edited, it's changed the music on it. He made it, I'm telling you, 2019, he made sure I wasn't like 18.
Yeah.
So some of these changes is going on behind the scene, and if you go to YouTube, I want you to be able to see them.
Right.
Because again, we're making improvements all the time. It's a constant work and effort, and when I gotta give praise is because again, a lot of stuff is happening behind the scenes, and I got great staff members that's doing things for me and my vision of Bar Talk with Jay, and taking it to a level that I can only say thank you.
Yes.
You know, and again, Craftmatic coming out pretty soon. His own little segment. Got to push him back into what he want to do, because he want to get into your mind and mentally help you in a way that you'll be a stronger person. And that right there is something that we collaborated when we first started this. So I can't wait to see what he come up with, because one of the things we want to sit down is get you on a clean sheet of paper and make sure it don't stay clean.
Right.
We want to make sure some things is written down. We make some plans for you, and we want to plan for success.
Yeah.
We want more successful people in this world.
There you go, Jay.
And that's where it starts.
And listen, man, my lady, this week she woke up one morning.
What she said?
It was a Sunday morning, and she said, "You know what? I want to do a vision board. I want me, you, and the family to do a big vision board." And so we got the board, and we started pulling images offline to put on the vision board. And just the exercise in and of itself was like mind changing, because you got to really think about, what do I want to represent me? And I did, I had this peace sign that had the words unity written through it, and a few other powerful words. I pulled together this chart that talked about the process of creation, where I have to always be thinking positive things into the flow of life,
Right.
because that's the only way positive things are going to come out the bottom of the funnel of life. And so just the exercise really does something for me, and I think it does something for her and the family as well. So vision is really, that's what we all have to find a way to capture. Remember, I keep saying over and over, we live based on the promises of life, the promises of God. Well, until you get a vision, you don't really have a promise for tomorrow. Right? You're not setting your hook on anything out there trying to reel yourself toward that direction. And so your dreams and your goals and your objectives in life become your stronghold to pull you in the direction of life that you want to go in, right? It's just the way the universe works, right? If you don't put, you can, if here's A and here's B. And if you never identify B, you can never achieve B. It's impossible. It defies the laws of the universe. It defies the law of gravity. You can't achieve B if you haven't identified B. And there's 360 by 360 degree spin that you could go in this life. From up and down, back and forth, round and round. And if you haven't decided you want to go to this particular place, it'll be impossible for you to achieve that place. And those are the kinds of things that we need to putting into our young folks' heads. That should be taught in school. There should be a whole class on just goal setting and visions and affirmations and visualizations and how to change your mind. Because right now, the way it's happening, we just kind of creating slaves. You know what I mean? We just kind of...
I terribly agree with you. I'm like right there with you. Because when I was listening to you when you did your vision board, one of the things I was thinking myself, it's amazing how you would start off pushing maybe like me. I did my vision board. I look at it all the time, and I see some of the vehicles I wanted.
Yeah.
Exotic cars, nice things.
Yeah.
And now I'm visioning something totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah, your mind is all over the place.
Right.
But it's great to be able to home it in.
Right.
Back to where you want it to be.
Back to you, where you want it to be. And it's
Change
interesting
the
you
whole
say
life.
that, because just think about throughout a normal day, you got hundreds of things pulling at you.
Mhm.
You know, whether you're in traffic or people trying to call you, or your customers at work, or the project you got going on with the boss, or your kids' project coming up, and
Right.
you got groceries, and you got to wash clothes, and there's just so many things pulling at you in life that if you don't take some quality time to decide who you are
Mhm.
and what you want, you're always going to be what the world wants you to be, right? That's just simple mathematics. 1 and 1 is 2, right?
You'll never be you.
You'll never be you. You'll never be the real you, and you'll never be the you, and you'll never express that greatest potential possibility until you get a better vision of yourself and your life. And so I'm encouraging everyone to try that exercise. That is so rich. If you'll just do the exercise, I think you'll find some meaningful benefit. Otherwise, it's just a great story I told, and it'll never mean anything. So take value of that. That's what we're here to do, is to share wisdom and information and understanding about how life works. All the greats followed the same process. And if you follow any other process, you're on your own.
Yeah, just remember, it'll never be wasted because you learn from it.
Yeah.
And that's what I really want everybody to recognize is what you've been through.
Yeah.
There's a learning. It's not always about I'm mad about all these decisions. Okay, if you made a lot of poor decisions, then you can start looking at making better decisions.
Right.
But you gotta kind of get back to yourself to recognize the mistakes you made.
Absolutely.
And nobody's perfect.
Man, listen, being honest with yourself on a daily
Go a
basis
long way.
is so important. There's so much to say about that, because when you're not honest with yourself, you're off your own path. You can't possibly be on your own path and be lying to yourself.
You're headed for self-destruction.
There you
There's
go.
a song.
Don't say that you're good at something and you know good and well you're
Right.
not good at it, right?
The show.
That keeps your attention from trying to improve yourself at it, or listening to good instruction at it, right? And that all comes down to humility and being humble, because you can't take in new information and new ideas until you find a way to let some in. And it takes humility sometimes to let them in, because I know, I'm a man, I know. But if somebody tells me something and I rebuke it and I reject it, I just lost all the value that it could potentially have in my life.
Mm.
But if I'm open to it, now I'm full of the richness that idea brought to my life if I'll allow myself to accept it and apply it. So
Open-minded.
there you go. There you go. Listen, it is just about time for another break. And man, I love the material that we are covering tonight.
Yeah, because you know we have to cover it before Jeffrey get on, because we don't know what kind of day he had.
Yeah.
This Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
I hope he had a good day.
Folks, just know this is not scripted material. This
No.
is just Jay and I having a dialogue about, positive things that we all need to hear and we all need to be reminded of. Even the most successful person on the globe right now needs to be exposed to these ideas so they can continue to go to the next level. And that's what we're here to do, is help everyone go to the next level in their lives. So stay tuned. We're going to be right back to more Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome back to Bar Talk with Jay. Man, oh man, oh man. During the break, I tell you, it's one of the moments that I have to sit back because I don't know how his day went. It's Valentine's. I hope he had a good day, because if he didn't, we're about to be in for it today. So I need to know, Jeffrey, how you doing, big baby?
Brother Jerry, how's it going, Sam?
Okay, you sound kind of excited. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Doing good over here, partner.
Good deal. Brother Craig, how's it going, man?
Man, it's going good. It's going real good, bro. You sound you kind of chipper tonight. We hear something special in your voice. How was your day, man?
Man, it is Valentine's Day. Love is in the air. Cupid has shot that MF arrow in a whole bunch of folks today. Love is love. But you still know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
Time to wake him
It's
up.
time for you to close your mouth and listen. You ask me some questions, I give you some answers from a man's point of view. Now, see, I got one reason for the habitually single woman, and I got one reason for the habitually single man. That's why you might be single. But before we get to that, here is my disclaimer. Now, see, what I'm going to talk about might not apply to you, and if it doesn't apply to you, I want you to put your foot up in this shoe.
Okay.
If it does apply to you, I want you to put both feet in both shoes and walk around in them, because you're about to learn something tonight. Now, ladies, you go first. Now, ladies, you probably ain't gotten up there on Valentine because of your house. I'm just going to drop it on you like this, ladies. All you had to do was be quiet. All you had to do was learn when to argue and learn when to say, okay, no big deal. All you had to do was just hold back on that toxic tongue of yours, and you might be getting some tantalizing tongue on your nether part. But no, you had to go popping off at the mouth. You had to go flapping them gums. You had to have the last word, and guess what? Your ass is laying up in that bed, living on yourself, because your ass is single.
Shit, you ain't have a good day at all.
Listen.
I gotta get him another job.
Listen, he didn't even try to explain
No.
it. He just said,
He would
just
eat.
be quiet. That toxic tongue popping off, trying to get the last word, man. That will kill an evening.
What?
That will kill
Kill
a
your
relationship. That will kill a mood. That will kill the attitude. So quick,
Man.
and it's hard to bounce back
Mm-hmm.
from something like that.
So-
You have to try, but you don't necessarily want to try.
No, you just say bye.
Yeah, yeah.
That mouth, bye.
Let me go down.
Man, you hit a whole lot of people on that one.
You did.
That
You
was
did.
that was an uppercut.
Because we know that's a problem in the world, right?
Mm.
But I'm afraid of the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it back over to you, brother Jeffrey.
I'm thinking-
Well spoken, and we receive it,
And
sir.
I'm thinking about forwarding that to a couple people already. Right to now. Go ahead, man.
All right, brothers. Don't think I'm letting you off the head. I don't forgot what I was going to say. Don't think I'm letting you off the hook is what I meant to say.
Right?
Fellas, you are next.
Okay.
All right, now, fellas, send me your ass to single. You're right here on Valentine's Day because you can't make a damn decision. You don't know what to do, when to do it, or how to do it. A woman can have all the doors wide open for you to walk right on through on this Valentine's Day, but because you cannot say something concise and clear for her to understand and accept, she starts closing doors. Because you can't say, I want to go right. she makes the decision for you. Because you can't say, I want to be in this type of relationship. She decides that she's going to be in that single relationship. Because you can't decide any damn thing. She made that decision, and she going to keep on pushing to that brother who can tell her yes or no, right or left, up or down, or turn your ass over and take these back shots. I just need you to understand, fellas, that you got to be able to make a decision. And as these women out here with these degrees, they're just going to leave your ass single on Valentine's Day.
Whistle while you
Yes.
work. Alrighty.
Can't make a decision.
Gee, man.
That's debilitating, right?
And it's kind of sad.
It takes the wind out of you when you can't make a decision. And women are looking for men to make decisions, right? We like a man, women like men who stand up to the plate and say, this what I want, and that what I want. And I'm not suggesting that women can't be leaders, but, in the natural, they're followers to a good man, right? And so they want to be a good man. You
I
gotta
ain't
be
touching that pony right
well,
there.
I'm not
You
saying
going
anything
down on your
derogatory.
own plan.
No, I'm not saying anything bad.
No,
here,
not
what
bad,
I mean?
but I'm just
I'm
saying.
just suggesting that's the divine way it was written in the Word.
Right.
And if a man is decisive and move forth in his life, that his wife loves supporting him and his decisions. His girlfriend, his significant other, love support. Okay, you want to do this, you want to do that. It almost sometimes gives them something to look up to.
I give it to you, but
In the world.
I go back to compromise. It's all right for me to make them decisions, but I also like compromise because, again, it might not be in her best interest.
Right.
So a lot of times we get kind of into ourselves and we forget about the other one.
Yeah.
So again, if it's something she can't eat or something that bothers her, I need input too.
Right.
That way we can make a compromise and make a better decision that works for the both. I believe in a good deal.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, it should be work together and you both are nurturing.
Yes.
And it's worth it.
Yeah.
But when it's just one way,
Yeah.
it's a bad deal.
And you know what happens when it's just one way is that I'm a very decisive person, but I don't like to make all decisions, right?
You want to make her a part of your life.
Yeah.
If I gotta make them all by myself, I'm not gonna be by myself.
There you go. Ooh, that's powerful right there. And now we're talking from the perspective of those who will make a decision, right?
Okay.
We're trying to kind of justify that
Both
example
sides.
of that side of the equation. So if I make and coming down to eat. What you want to eat? I don't know what you want to eat.
Oh, man,
It's like, well, I want a steak. Well, I don't want no
I want no
steak.
steak.
Okay, well, listen, I don't want to hear what you don't want. I want to hear what you do want, right?
Well, this would help. We right back to where the hell we were.
Okay, yeah. Listen, I don't believe we're going to ever get rid of that argument. I think we'll turn it back to you, Brother Jeffrey. What you got for
Help
us,
us out, man. Bring us together, Jeffrey.
All right, now this is specifically for the men on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
I don't care how educated or how degreed or how smart or how wealthy this woman is. Every woman wants a man that she can depend on. She wants a man that makes solid decisions, a man that has wisdom and vision and direction, a man that has that gumption to be able to say, all right, now, woman, that's enough of that foolishness. Sit your ass down. In love, and she'll understand that you're not berating her, but you're saying you're going too far right now, and you need to rein that ass in. And when you rein it in now, you can continue to get this love that I will get from you. But I love you enough right now to say, hey, you're pushing the boundaries of this relationship by going just a tad bit too far. Fellas, I need you to understand, the Bible only commands us to love women. It does not command women to love us. I need you to understand me now. It commands us to love women. So when we love that woman, guess what she does? She corrects herself. And when we're not loving on her the right way, guess what? She has a sideways look at you. She got that little slick tongue at you. She's always questioning everything because the leadership and the love you're giving her isn't filling her up the right way. So here's what you need to do, fellas. You need to get down your ability to make a solid decision. When you can make a solid decision, you ain't got to ask for submission. She'll give it to you as a gift. It'll be gift wrapped in a bag. It'll be tied to her waist, waiting for you to untie it.
Right.
If you can do that, you will be better off than anybody else around you because you will have the support, the love, the admiration, and respect of your woman. It's Valentine's Day, and that's all I got.
Woo!
Drop the mic.
And that is a mouthful.
and wake you up.
Yeah, that is a mouthful.
If you don't know the date, now you know.
Back to, she wants a man that she can depend on. The man she can depend on the most is the man who will make a decision, right? He may not always make the right decision, but he'll make a decision. And they love that. You know, that is the order. Man, Brother Jeffrey, you really threw me for a loop when you said that the word commanded men to love women, but it did not command women to love men. That kind of hurts a little bit and make me afraid of the process.
Well, it wakes you up to a process, though. That's what
I'll tell you what, though. When you do love her, though, when you love her the right way, you ain't got to worry about the word, the gospel, anything else, because she will pour loving on you that your body cannot contain. I don't think that we're just out here and we ain't going to get no love in return.
Right.
We get it, but we have to give it.
Yeah.
When we give it and we give it the right way, it is a foregone conclusion that she will multiply that which we are pouring into her and giving us all the love so much it will overflow everything that we can contain.
Yeah,
That's
man.
all, brother.
That's powerful. And listen, I have to kind of put myself in the equation here a little bit. I've been hurt a few times, and I got some things in me that make me hold back a little bit on love.
You're a little bitter.
Not bitter, just afraid. You know what I mean? So
you're scared.
if I could ever go back and ask the Lord to put that passage in the Word, you know what I'm saying, that He will command women to love men. I want them to be held as accountable as I am. You know what I'm saying?
But I think my boy Jeffrey just broke it down.
Yeah,
to
he did.
You
He
keep
really
that
did.
love, and it will be returned with the right one.
Right.
Sometimes we don't always pick the right one.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, man.
So-
Boy, that's a big
So
one.
that's
right
to
there.
clear
That's
up
big
a
one.
whole lot of stuff for you.
Yeah.
No more bitterness, baby. You just have better understanding of what they need to come with.
Yeah.
Amen.
Listen, Brother Jeffrey, I'd like to hear your comment on our topic tonight. And I don't, you always do what you do. I love the way you do, but I just want to frame this a little bit. I don't want you to answer the question because that'll box you in. I want you to give us some theory and some understanding about this particular subject. The question is, what does it really mean when a person introduces you to their mother?
Oh my goodness, man! Listen, if I introduce you to my mother, you are not just a girlfriend.
Okay.
You're about to get that next step if I introduce you to my mother.
Okay.
But here's the thing: now, I need you to be completely cognizant of what I'm about to say. Not everybody gets to meet my mama, much less anybody in my family.
Right.
Because there's a whole screening process you have to get through me to get to that part of me. Because see, my family will wrap their arms around you and love on you,
Right.
and not everybody can get that love. So what I need you to understand, meeting my mother is significant. And you have one opportunity to screw that up.
Right.
When my mama says to me, or says to you, hey, come in this kitchen with me, and you say, no, ma'am, I don't know how to cook. Your ass has got a one-way trip. I'm taking your ass back home, and I'm dropping your ass back off. You better get your non-cooking stuff in that kitchen. Pretend and pass the salt and pepper and the garlic, your powder. You better get your ass up. Hey, I done got mad. Now I need to dress.
I like it.
Meeting my mother is serious. My father was alive. Meeting my father was serious business. You just don't come into my father's house and meet my father and mother unless you are very, very close to getting that full-time work. That full-time, overtime, working all the time on that job work from me.
Yeah. Man, I love it.
Man.
I love it.
I can't
so
wait
by
to
the time
do
you
this.
meet mama, I already done got the ring on layaway. Right? I already done put in work.
Your ring size.
Exactly. Boy, that's so close to home. I can't tell you how close to home that is. Listen, man, we always thank you so much for being here with us. You always spread so much love and so much wisdom. Any parting words for us tonight, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This isn't to you directly for the class. It's to anybody listening.
Okay.
If you have been hurt and you're still scared, what I need you to do is I need you to work directly on that hurt. Because when you work on anything that hurts, it's not going to hurt that much longer. You know, when you go to physical therapy, they'll attack the pain, they'll attack the area that's hurt,
Yeah.
and they'll get that real sharp pain out, and after that, the body takes over.
Right.
So you got to go working on that heart. If anybody out there listening is dealing with some hurt, and it's been longer than 6 months,
Yeah.
you need to really attack that hurt because all they're doing is blocking your blessings, and you don't want to block your blessings because those things are powerful.
Yes.
The minute you put that shield down, and you pour all that hurt out, you make space for something else to be poured in. So go ahead and do that. Let it roll, and get that. Watch that next lady come to you and sweep you off your feet and give you the extra oomph that you need to go to the next level.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I'm telling you what I know, not what somebody told me. Something I've experienced,
Right.
not what somebody told me.
Right.
And it's going to make a difference. Just trust me on that, brother. That's all I got.
Man,
I trust it. I trust
love it. I love it.
There's some stuff I need to pour out.
Man, listen, we don't talk enough about this fact that there's not a whole lot of healing going on in the world.
Well, a lot of
Right.
times I think people are feel like it makes them feel less than, to tell you about their hurt. You know, they don't want you to look at them like, you know, I've been through some things, which I know I've been.
Yeah.
So you be like, how do you just talk about it? Well, one, you got to get past it. And again, that's mental. That's you.
Yeah.
And once you start looking at it, I can laugh about it now.
Yeah.
But at one time, it almost made me want to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can make it into a joke because I'm looking at it as a lesson.
Yeah.
And it's a mind thing. And it's
It
one of
is.
the things that hurt you is when you're scared of it, you don't want to attack it.
Right.
So it's just a fear, and
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it over here. But somebody else gonna probably touch close to it. So now I'm almost afraid of them. That fear right there will lead you away, then lead you to.
Yeah, man.
And I
Listen,
don't want that to happen.
I
to you.
love it, man. You and Brother Jeffrey. Thank you so much, Brother Jeffrey, for all that you do, man. We'll look forward to hearing from you next week.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Okay,
Yeah, my
man.
brother.
All right.
We gotta go to break.
That's
now,
profound dialogue,
Man.
man.
It's about to go.
That's profound
Yeah.
dialogue. I hope you folks are valuing from this. I hope you're getting some good stuff out of it. This is just real world dialogue, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it doesn't get no better than this. So, it's time for our next break. We'd love you folks stay with us. Both Jay and I are going to give our opinions on the subject tonight and really kind of go in on the topic.
Yeah.
So, if you all will stay tuned, we'll be right back. More Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome back with Bar Talk with Jay. Oh my goodness, we're about to go in now. Y'all be paying attention. Pay attention. It's about to go down.
It's about to go down.
Oh my goodness.
What a great segment, man. What a great segment.
I like what we do.
Yeah.
I like our work.
Brother Jeffrey just puts it down so
Yes, he
strong.
did. Now I gotta throw it a little. Gotta throw a spin to it.
What's that?
Because I like what he said. What he said was powerful. Okay. Now you know Jay gotta come in and stir the pot.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get another way of looking at this. Being the mother. Now, one of the things, if anybody know anything about me, my mom stayed with me.
Right.
All right. And a lot of people like, you a girl, listen, don't get it twisted. Grown man, but always look back for my mother. My mother is up in age where I love her to be around me.
Right.
She is a blessing.
Yes.
So one of the things I like is we have communication and talk because I know I love her dearly.
Right.
Now, with that talk, sometimes people meet her because she's around me.
Right.
She's right there with me.
Right.
So you might meet her, but please understand, it's not the same with what's on this paper because what's on the paper to me, if I'm feeling this way, you're going to meet her in a special way
Right.
where I'm going to introduce you as that next person
Right.
that's going to be in my life forever.
Right.
But just to be introduced, don't get it twisted because again, a lot of people have met my mother.
Right.
But you got to really get to know me to get to that level where I introduce you as Mrs. Harper,
Right.
which we share that name, and it
Right.
means something. And again, that is communication, and we have to be there. But a lot of times, they meet and they get happy off the meet. Don't get too happy
Don't
with a
get
meet and
happy off the
greet,
meat. Yeah.
and don't buy more into it when your conversation ain't even there.
Right.
You just came over for a hit and miss, and you got a chance to meet somebody and you thought it was something.
Right.
I mean, that's just you in your imagination.
Right.
But again, if she's talking to you, she's going to bring life into you like she bring life into me.
Right.
She's going to bring some positive stuff.
Mhm.
So she's worth meeting all the time, not just being that special one.
Right.
Anybody come to her, she's
There you
gravitational.
go.
That's
There
what I
you go.
love about her. And I feel like everybody should be somewhat like that.
Yeah.
Now, everybody shouldn't meet the mother or the kids immediately.
Okay.
I really feel like some of us getting too loose. There was something on Facebook talking about took a girl on a date and she asked if she have some to-go plates for her kids on the very first date.
Right.
And they gave the guy some flack because he said no. and he seen she had an attitude, and then they asked, was he wrong? And you got different people be like, well, if you're gonna be in her life, yeah, he wrong. Well, hold on. If I'm taking you out on a date, because I'm defending him, okay, and there's a lot of people might be mad at me, I don't care. I can't sit there and baby your behind and take care of things that I have no clue about.
Right.
So if I go on a date for the first time to get to know you, it should be no doggy bag for you and your kids when I don't know nothing about them. I'm trying to find out about you.
Right.
So give me the opportunity to learn you, and then if I want to do some kind of things towards the kid, please allow me.
Right.
Don't introduce that and say that's a test.
Right.
These games is why you buy your damn self.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, your obligation is always going to be to your kids. It shouldn't be for a man to come in and do that automatically off the rip, and you don't even know that's your man.
Right.
This is a date.
Right.
You know, you're eliminating yourself. My whole thing is, why don't you make it where I learn you from where you at? And if I want to donate and help, then that's just that good nature I am.
Yeah, I think that
Don't
question,
put me over the barrel.
I think that question was a little forward. It depends on how she asked. They'll say, hey, we got so much left. Would you mind if I take a little bit
that's
of my
fine.
kids? How you position
No,
it.
she said, I want to order.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking full orders. I mean, how old is it? They grown people.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
getting steak dinners for
That's
your
out of
kids.
hand. That's out of
And this
hand.
the first, so our bill was $80, $90, which, okay, that's doable.
And that says to
Now-
me that you're a taker. And
Yes.
That's where you come from. That's your whole
And then you
atmosphere.
let me know how it's going to be.
Right.
Well, you gotta expect this from here on out. So, what we bring to the table here?
Right.
Some problems already?
What we bringing to the table. That's a good question.
Because I'm bringing some better me to understand you, and you bringing some responsibilities that's not being taken care of on your own end.
Right.
Yeah, that don't even sound
That
good to
don't
me.
sound good
Because
at
to
all.
me, the strong women that I know, they're gonna have their kids fed way before we go on the date.
Right.
That's already gonna take care of. So again, I'm not talking about all women. This is, I like to say, a remote situation.
Right.
And if it ain't remote and y'all doing this, then just stop.
Stop.
Just stop, okay? If you're asking people to cash app you to come see them, all this other stuff, too much going on.
Right.
And let's just back it up. You're
Right.
playing a lot of games,
Right.
and if you got to pay somebody to come see you, then you need to stay by your damn self.
Yeah.
I'm just helping you out. If they ain't got no money, they ain't got no car, I'm not putting them down.
Yeah.
But maybe they need to stay where they are, but they can work out some of theirs, just like I got to work out some of mine.
Yeah.
Everybody go through things.
You know what's most interesting about this dialogue is where it started. It started with introducing you to the mother, and then you started diving down into the qualities that you're looking for, or that need to be present, and how women can trip and start asking for too much. That's not the person you ever want to take in front of your mother.
No.
Because the first time that girl meets your mama and she asks your mama for a to-go box for her kids, your mama gonna know automatically.
Or ask my mama to cook for her.
Right.
Oh, I heard you could cook, ma'am. Can you cook for me?
Can you fix some oxtails for me?
Yeah, because I really don't cook. My mama gonna look at me and be like, and that's who you picking?
Yeah.
And that's what you, I know I raised you better. I know. That's why I'm taking the ass home, mama. We did not rehearse this.
Right. Right.
So we're gonna get in that car and she's gonna be like, what happened? You did that.
Yeah.
You did that thing, girl.
Yeah.
Would you mess that all up? Take it right
And listen,
to the crib.
I'm of the same notion. My mother was a very open-minded woman.
Mhm.
In fact, at a early teens, my mom was introducing me to her girlfriend's friends and other people around the neighborhood, people she worked with, daughters. My mother was always very liberal in that spirit, and she quickly and early in life became a part of my screening process.
Okay.
So, introducing somebody to my mom was nothing to me.
Mhm.
It didn't have to be a special someone. It could just be my friend. But my mom was always able to see right through them. I mean, she could put a label on them just like that, and she was never wrong. Right?
Strong woman.
She was never wrong. She just had the spirit of discernment. Women know women obviously way better than men do, especially an older woman that
I
she can
think,
see.
I think we
right.
need to have your mom on the show.
Oh, my mom would be something special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
My
we need
mom
to have her on the show.
don't. She don't hold her words back
I
at all.
know.
Yeah. At
Oh.
all.
So
Yeah.
we got to get her. So
Yeah.
moms, you got to make an appearance.
Yeah.
Craftmatic always gonna shoot it out there to her. Get on that. But we got that person that was trying to get on there but couldn't get on. Let's get Jamal's words in here. Jamal, how you feel about this situation? What's going on with you, big baby?
Man, what's happening? How y'all doing?
What's up, team? What's up, man? We doing good, bro. Glad to hear from you, man.
Man. Yeah, you caught me when I was in a little bit of middle of something.
Okay. Okay.
That Valentine's thing.
See, let's not use that word. Let's just say, when you can't love the one you want, love the one you with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you was loving on somebody else. I told me down that OPP.
Well, I tell you what, you are a bad man.
Hey,
Shut your
hey,
mouth.
Other people would have said my presence. You understand? It's mine at that time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well,
that boy like Shaft.
listen, I hope the other one ain't listening to this show.
Yours it wouldn't be with me, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. So you said we're not going to use the word Valentine. What might we call it? Can we put it under a certain category?
She a sweetheart. You know what I mean? That's just that way I don't never mix up names.
Oh.
I say that so much that it literally is my vocabulary.
Right.
So when girls be like, "Yo, is that my nickname?" They call it whatever you want to. Just don't ask me to remember yours. It's a lot easier.
Ooh.
Man.
Alrighty. That is not the opinions of Bar Talk with Jay.
We
Jay
do not-
ain't burning for that one.
We do not endorse this message.
Look, everybody can't live my lifestyle, so I can't tell people to do what I do. Is that if you promiscuous like that and you don't want to be in a situation where you in the middle of something to say the wrong person's name, if you just say beautiful, sweetheart, or whatever is your general tone or term, whatever, you can't never get mixed up and get caught in a bad situation. So whatever your reasoning is, call it personal protection. Safe sex is safe sex, one way or the other. I just choose not to make up names.
But I tell you what, every time I hear a dialogue like that, I just think of pimping. Right? I mean, those are that's pimping, you know.
That's what it is, though. Like,
I mean, when you have to study nicknames to escape calling the wrong name, that's called big pimping, right?
One girl called Brittany, one girl called, Steph, one girl, I mean, whatever the girl name, I ain't finna do all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only girl name I'm calling out is my woman.
Right.
Everybody else, I mean, you just, that's it. You know what I mean?
You just, okay.
Just put it away. You just
Okay.
put it on. You just.
Listen, you just described an entire lifestyle, and I think it's not one I would choose. I've been down those roads.
And
But,
play that role.
it sounds pretty fulfilling to
So
you.
you mean so experience. So with time and experience, we've all been down that road.
We've all been down that road. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, then. So
I was a young man at the time. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Well, we find that still someone to settle down with. The game's the way you say she worth the chase.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You know, I have a few.
It's like these dudes is going all extra out just for Valentine's Day. If that woman is not worth you doing that every day out the year, 365 days out the year, this one day ain't gonna be the day to save your relationship. This one day ain't gonna be the day that you gonna buy her love.
Right.
She gonna appreciate the gifts, but if you're not sincere and honest with her, then I mean you just bought you an expensive lack of trust.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because she will enjoy the gifts, but she gonna see that it ain't gonna be there tomorrow. That same love ain't gonna be there tomorrow and the day after. You know. Yeah. That's a good point.
I mean, I advise dudes to be sincere. Like, a girl can say whatever she wants to, but she ain't gonna say I lied to her. You know what I mean? She can spend money, I can spend money, but we can't waste time in the tent.
Yeah.
And if you spend all your energy or your good efforts on the dot, the one that you won't bring home to mama, at a certain point, mama just gonna be like, look, man, just stop bringing these girls around. We already know they ain't crap. So when you find the good one that's worth something, that's the one you bring home to mama. That's the one who made you stay out. That's the one who gets your respect and all that.
Yeah.
But until she meet mama or until she's worth meeting mama, she's just that.
Okay. Now see, Jay and I live those different lives because we got different relationships with our mother.
Oh yeah.
And basically our experience is that mother meets everybody. She meets friends. She meets people who are close to us, and you know, she gives us her feedback, but she's also going to be able to see who sticks around,
Oh yeah.
who's going to be there for the family events, who going to make sure and get up early and go help her with the holiday cooks, and you know, who going to be interested in who going to be interested in being a real member of the family. And
But let me ask this question.
What's that?
Do you bring every female that you slide in for your mama to discern, or do you bring a special one?
oh no.
We didn't-
No, listen, the ones that just come for entertainment never get a chance to meet mama. They're usually in and out too
So-
quick, unless I need her for a date.
So there are those females that are just cuz, and then there are those that are worth meeting mama in the family.
Right. Now,
Yeah, so we agree then. So sounds like we agree pretty much right there.
well, I'm not sure what you're thinking about. But
I mean, you gotta understand, you know, sometimes people come to my home, and when they come to my home, she's here, so they might run into her.
right.
So again, they can meet her on just a crossover. But remember, my mom played cards with us, so you could be over play a card game, and of course she could be sitting across. And one thing I love about playing cards with my mom, because she don't talk some mess. She's very fun to be around. So a lot of times it was gonna give off a great vibe, but it also can give you a false sense that I'm in there. When the situation is, we always gonna make you feel good. That's just what we do, and
Right.
everybody that's around us gonna feel comfortable with us.
Right.
But don't get it twisted. Sometimes it's there because of what we're doing, from the card games to visiting, and you run across. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna treat you with love regardless.
Right.
But a lot of times you might take that encounter and make more of it than what it is. And again, don't let it get to your head.
Right.
Because you need to be on your best game all the time.
All
That's just
the
like
time.
when you're playing cards. Don't come over here talking mess and you can't play. Because the only thing gonna happen is get your
Oh,
behind
man.
toe up. And that little woman, that little woman sitting next to you, that sweet woman, that grandma, you gonna find out she funny as a mud, but she ain't got no problem telling you get your ass up. Because you should have never sat down.
She'll tell you that.
Yeah, she'll tell you hard
Now,
up.
Bone,
She said, you can't play, baby.
Bro, let me ask you.
What's that?
Now, see, for me, one of the qualities of the woman that I date, like long term for real, she my friend, but she my stage partner. You feel me? If my woman can play stage with me, then yeah, that's my partner in and out, friendship, bedroom, and night. So that's the type of woman I date, the partner. What type of woman you looking for on a Valentine?
Right.
And I like the ones
Right.
that don't, if they don't know how, they're willing to watch and learn.
Right.
Open your mind.
Mm.
My whole thing is don't be closed minded. And if you can't play, just be knowledgeable to say it. Then sit down and want to fake it. Because you're going to get caught out the game.
Right.
And my whole thing is if you're going to be on a winning team, come in with a winning mentality.
Yeah.
But when you just coming in bull crapping, please, it can be seen.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun game, and it'll probably be your last game. Just saying.
Yeah, but y'all-
Only wants the open-mindedness in a relationship. Craft what you want.
What I want in a relationship?
Say what you want, Crab. What you want in a
I mean,
relationship, man.
we using cards as a dynamic to see what we're looking for. And for me, I want the partner that I can play with. Bone, whether you know how to play or not, be open-minded to watch and learn and jump on in. So that's the kind of dynamic you're looking for. What about you? We simply using the cards reference.
Well, man, I like somebody with a little gusto. You know what I mean? Like you can't just sit over there and always wait for me, to lead the cards. I need you to stir it up a little bit. I need somebody with, who really understand the game and know how to go hard. I also like somebody who talk a little noise. Because I find that talking, listen, somebody who,
If you listening what Kraft is saying to you now,
Yeah.
Kraft saying he like the lady that might make the first move every now and again.
Right.
He might like the woman to start the game on so he can come and join it. So
Mhm.
women, this is the conversation that men talking about. We want the open-mindedness. We want the friendship partner. And we want somebody to know to make the first move that we don't just have to do it every single time.
Yeah.
Somebody we can flow with.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me throw a
It's
twist.
amazing thing that
Let me throw a twist in
game
there.
of faith can lead so much into a conversation about relationships.
There you go. So let me put a twist in there. Also, when you ain't winning,
Mhm.
you keep playing.
You keep playing. You don't get
You know
no
what I'm
frown on
saying?
your face.
Yeah, because see, that's one of the key things. Again, when you playing cards, you can't always control how the cards is being dealt.
Right.
So you sitting over there, you get bad hands, and we can barely make them four. I hate a person that gets real bad hands and they quick to talk about their hand.
Yeah.
We ain't getting nothing, because you starting off with neck. Now we've been talking junk the whole time. Now all of a sudden, about face. Now you don't want to play. After that, I don't want to play no more. See, now you make me feel like in the game of life, you're going to quit.
You're going to quit.
You're going to quit. And my whole thing is, you got to finish.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of times I play cards. When I win, I'm out that game. I jump out for a minute.
Right.
But my whole thing is, it's not about quit. I don't quit the game.
Right.
So a lot of times, my mom will tell you, yeah, after that one game, he out. Okay, but I'm going to finish that game.
Right.
Understand me,
That is.
and then you will be able to follow with me, work with me, and we can grow together. But as long as you want to play as a quitter and complain, then I already know you ain't going to be able to make this journey. Because it ain't going to be sweet. We ain't going to always have no 10s.
Right.
We ain't going to always have the kings and queens.
Right.
So when we get them 2s, 3s, and 4s, do you know how to play them? Do you know how to talk a person out their hand?
Right.
That let me know you got a motivational way that we can get past some hurdles that's going to be in our way.
Yeah.
So when I got hurdles, I ain't looking at a person that's going to be looking at me talking about quit. I got somebody talking some mess with me. Hey, baby, just like that card game. We can get past this.
And see, what you're really talking about, we got to take a break here. What you're really talking about is the character of that woman, the character of that person. Because if they quit in the game of cards, they most certainly are going to quit in the game of life. And that's just the way the universe works. So give us, folks, just a few minutes. I'm going to play another track, and we're going to come back and keep this dialogue going. Again, this is Bar Talk with Jay. We love you. We thank you for being here with us. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Oh, yeah. All right. Welcome back. Again, Bar Talk with Jay. And one of the things I want to make sure y'all understand is 2019, it's a lot of stuff on the plate, man. I'm looking at my calendar and I'm recognizing, man, I'll be out of town a lot.
Yeah.
I can't tell you exactly when because, like on Facebook and everything else, you ain't coming up here trying to take nothing of mine. I'm trying to tell you, ain't wise. I got a police officer living right across the street. Might not want to come over here with that bull. Okay? That's why I keep cameras up in here. So again, can't tell you everything I'm doing, but I got a lot of trips. I got a lot of places I got to go. Where we taking this show is to the high heavens, okay?
Yes.
There's no cap to what we trying to do. That's why I'm asking all you guys that's on Facebook to continue to share, get more people to watch us, view us. Again, when you listen to all the things that we doing, just remember we got a Cash App, Bar Talk with Jay. That's right, we take donations. We want you to understand that we want to get this message across the land. All the ones that will meet me and Skill or whatever this other one that I just jumped my behind on. Diamonds, they give out diamonds over there, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like, if you understand this cold, we come off a little bit rough. You put a little pressure and all of a sudden you got something beautiful to come out of this. That's really you. So a lot of times they ain't recognizing you. We waking you up and you are a beautiful person. All right? And that's what we do at Bar Talk with Jay. We just enhance what you already have.
Absolutely.
Your beauty, that's right. And that's how I want to start this segment back off. Because again, we're talking about that special person of meeting moms. And again, if you don't have a mom and dad in your life because they passed, please just know that they still with you. So the same love and respect of bringing, that's the same, you got to understand that they see in you.
Yeah.
So again, I got to give that salute to all the great women and men that unfortunately went on without us.
Yeah.
That they still with us.
And let me ask you a question here, Jay.
Go ahead, man.
This is around the topic. So tonight's topic, folks, is what does it really mean when a person introduces you to their mother?
Okay.
Now, because you and I have liberal mothers,
Right.
that we've introduced many of our friends, cohorts, associates, etc.,
Right.
to our mother. When it's time to go to her and tell her that you found Mrs. Right, tell me that conversation and tell me how she's going to respond to you. Because after meeting so many people, she's got to be like...
And then you start to tell.
Yeah.
This how I tell you. You're snitching over here.
I just want to know. Right? We're talking about meeting moms.
I know.
And our moms are like mini moms. Everybody comes over. But now there's somebody special.
My mom going to say, about damn time. My mom been wanting me to settle down and be with just one person and be happy. But one of the things that she also tells me is to heal and grow before you make that commitment to mess anybody else's life up.
Right.
When you ain't got your life together.
Right.
So as she see me grow, she wants to see me happy and be with somebody. And my whole thing is like I was telling her, I definitely feel like I've improved, and I felt like I got a little selfishness in this single thing, in this dating thing, and I got a little bit comfortable, and that's why I pulled back and said sometime this year maybe I need to calm it down.
Right.
I definitely do, but my whole thing is not just to date to hurt anybody. I
Right.
believe anybody I date is to uplift.
Right.
So as I meet people, it's a constant skill mind level of where you at, where you trying to go. It's like team building, okay? And that's why I need more people to listen to us, to grow with us, because again, the show is a representation of what we do,
Absolutely.
everyday life. So when I sit with my mom and we have this conversation, it's gonna be fun. The reason it's gonna be fun
Okay.
is because it's a happy moment.
Okay.
It's a moment where I should be able to have a nice sheet of paper with a lot of things that I see us doing.
Okay.
So it's gonna be kind of thought out before I bring that to. It's like a proposal.
It's gonna be thought out.
Right. It's like if I'm going to go get a business plan and I'm going to a bank and I'm trying to get some funding. You just don't take I want to a bank and
Right.
think they're gonna give you a loan. Okay?
Right.
If you know anything about business, I'm telling you now, you're gonna get laughed at.
Right.
But when you got a proposal that's written all the way out of a plan of which you can achieve and they can see the numbers and of course that you put some time in, they'll take the time to look at it, evaluate it, and they might come back with a counter offer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what life is all about.
So-
can you put some plans together that make her want to see what she can add to counter offer what you trying to do for you can have a successful plan?
Is she ever gonna check you? Is she gonna ask you tough questions like, "Are you sure? Do you think this is right?" Is she gonna do any of that?
Yes, but she's also one of the ones that she's gonna let you live your life.
Okay.
She's the one that ain't gonna just pick the one for you.
Right.
Now she might, in her mind, say, "I know that ain't gonna work." She would. My
Right.
mom be looking like, "Boy, you really acting retarded."
Right.
But she's the kind of person that if she just tells you that, you won't learn.
Right.
So she gonna kind of wait it out.
Okay.
And if you go too far with it, she'll do an intervention.
Yeah.
You weren't gonna do all what you thought you was gonna do.
Right.
But by that time, I done came back to her, and that's how you know you grow.
Yeah.
And be like, "Mom, yeah, don't really see it going down like my mom." Whoo, yeah, baby, because I ain't see it either.
Right.
But you was just so hell bent to do it.
Right.
But you know something? I like the fact that you caught it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So she allow you to grow, and that way it's your decision.
Right.
I don't base everything off my mom.
Yeah.
My mom is to encourage me.
There you
But
go.
again, you got to be able to stand behind what you say.
That's
If
right.
you got to let your mama pick your woman, your mama make the decision, it's back to what we said before. You're not making decisions.
Right.
And a woman ain't going to want their mama, man,
Yeah.
to be told what to do all the time.
Watch this. Watch this.
That could be kind of
That's
embarrassing.
very interesting. That's a very interesting point.
Come on, you know
because
that's
I bring
our
this up. For those people who marry women that their moms don't like, didn't like them from the start, but they marry those women. But there's always a wall. There's always a wall of conflict there between your wife and your mother. Would you marry a woman who didn't get along with your mother?
Now, see, to me, I would say my mom would probably digress. Because again, it's your choice. My mom is like, it's your life.
She would step out of the way.
She's kind of gonna step back. And she gonna allow you to be able to see what you ain't seeing.
Okay.
That she already see.
Right.
Because if she step in, she's gonna be controlling that relationship. And it's not gonna be fair to the person that I call myself being.
Right.
Because I'm not that person that she think I am.
Right.
Because I'm letting my mom dictate. No, my mom don't dictate my life like that.
Right.
She's an encourager.
Right.
She's a person that wants you to live the fullest life that you can, the happiest life you can live.
Do you-
So pick the best way possible, but
So-
make it your decision. And then she's backing
Yeah.
us. And that's why I really don't like it when I see somebody get a person, bring them in the family, and you know it's causing an uproar to the family. If you got a loving family. You
Right.
got a family that's always coming around to show you nothing but love, and you got this person coming that's toxic. I don't even know why you even do anything with your family. Your family just crazy, and they got nothing negative. Why would you let that kind of stuff in an environment and taint? My brother said it to me one time. He's like, "Yo, man, you be bringing around some people, man. I don't, you entering people into our circle, and that is true. So
Yeah.
when you start letting people come in, make sure you evaluate them
That's
fairly.
That's a great point.
Because you
That's
can
a great
be
point.
you can be pissing a lot of folks off.
Yeah.
So it ain't just my mama.
Yeah.
Oh, my brothers
Yeah.
have no problem putting me to the side.
And that's a great point because I thought a little while ago that it's easy for me to introduce folks to my mom.
Mhm.
But if you ain't Mrs. Right, I probably ain't gonna introduce you to my best friend.
Man,
Right?
bring them to me.
I'm not gonna
Bring 'em.
introduce you to my type boy
What?
because he looking at him like, all right, let me check you out, let me see what you gonna do, how you is. He gonna be scrutinizing and he gonna be doing
Like
interviews.
Crap, you
So
know that.
sometimes it's not the mom that we have to overcome the family hurdle with. Sometimes
It's
it's
your
the
boy.
brother, it's your boy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be the kids, right? The kids, might not like. Now you're not gonna base your life relationship on what your kids say, but sometimes people on the outside can see things that you can't see on the inside, and you do have to go through the learning process.
No,
of
I
getting
will
it.
say my kids will show respect.
Of course.
They will, but they will tell me they see some things that concern them.
Okay.
And that's what I love about our dialogue because I would tell them the same thing.
Right.
But really when they ask them, I just don't want to make them feel like they chose a bad person. And I really feel like that's just me looking at a higher, older point of view.
Right.
So they're younger, they're going to make mistakes. But he has to learn.
Right.
So again, sometimes being that father is being silent and then acting like you can control everything.
Right.
I have to let him be that prince.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
If you
different
look at me as a
perspective.
king, I gotta let him be that prince.
Yeah.
He's gonna make them king decisions because he gonna be that strong man when I'm gone.
Yeah, and you're talking about this conversation from the parent's perspective.
Correct.
Right? That I didn't necessarily like that young lady. I didn't like what she had on. She had a few more piercings than I
way
wanted.
too much.
She talked a little too much. And I'm thinking that she might not be a good fit for my soon-to-be Harvard son. You know what I
There
mean?
you
She
go.
might not be a good fit for my son who's already on a good path. She looked like she might be into some stuff that I really don't think. And yeah, I may plant a seed or two, but I'm not going to try to manipulate or control, my son going with that person. I think he will see it. But I will lace it with some serious supernova prayer. And I assure you, he'll see the truth in no time, and he'll get out of harm's way. Because that's what is happening. Mom meets your significant other, and she can see stuff that that gonna take you 20 years to see. And you don't know how they're seeing it, but she can see into the spirit, she can see into the character and the soul of a person. And we have to trust that sometimes, we might not lean on it 100%, but if mom is saying, hey, he seemed a little too aggressive for me, he seemed like he hiding something, or he seemed, you really want to listen to those words. They're nothing more than words until there's some reality come up for you, but it will give you some ideas, some things maybe to look for.
I agree. But one thing you said, if I have a conversation with my mom about somebody that's going to be significantly in my life for a long time, it wouldn't just be one conversation. I should have been having conversations all the time. Because I got people in my life, and I talk to my mom about different things that go on.
Right.
So by the time I sit down with her and say, I think I'm going to make this decision, it probably, Kraft, wouldn't be the first time she was mentioned. I don't really see myself just meeting a person, and that person just changed my whole life where I got to sit down and tell my mom about this, that. I've met people that I talked to my mom about.
Right.
Because they encouraged me, they did some things for me, or it made me feel a certain way, and I had that conversation with her, and that could lead to longer conversations later on.
Yeah.
To make it be like, hey mom, you know something? I feel real good about such and such, and she like, okay, because she knows. I really feel like a lot of times you go to people at the last minute. That's what I was telling you. If you met somebody, you bring them to me, it's because I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm going to have fun.
Right.
One of the things that we do is we're going to spend some things. I'm going to see how she sees you. You know how we do. I want
Very
her
good.
to tell me what she see in you.
Right.
And that way you can hear from a point of view that she probably wouldn't just tell you. She's telling me.
Right.
And I want to hear that for I can understand how she's developing and growing with you. Is it just you look?
And you get
he's
to
just
hear from
so
her.
sexy. Right.
Yeah.
And
You get to
she
hear
did
from
some things and he do this for me, he do that. And again, I'm not looking for her to tell all your business.
Right.
My whole thing is to see where her mind is.
You're right.
To see if she's giving goal setting like we already know we try to do.
Right.
But he's into where I'm trying to go and he's supportive. He backs my kids. So I'm hearing that person of support.
Right.
That person that I see as my man, my
Right.
future, my husband.
Right.
She's speaking gloriously of a person that I glorify.
Right.
So I'm sitting there like, okay. Now she's sitting there, he's so fine and that's so cute. That's
And
that
she'll-
small talk. She can go into the
Yeah.
barber shop
Yeah.
or the beauty shop.
Yeah.
Tell that to your
We'll
girlfriend.
see right through that.
Not me. Man,
Right
please.
through
I'm like, all right. I already know. We don't need to keep on talking about it.
Right.
When we gonna let it go? Because I'm not gonna keep putting nobody on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna open up on your own, but it might not be comfortable. It's a lot of people that shy.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is I can break a shy person down and I can get to the nitty gritty. All you gotta do is give me time. I'm that person
Me
that
too.
get on that phone and I get that phone and I prop my feet up because we ain't gonna get off that phone no time soon.
Right.
And it ain't gonna be no boring moment.
Right.
Y'all remember this back in the day in school?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. If y'all ain't never had a girl that you sat on the phone and y'all fell asleep together, and you heard her snoring and she heard you snoring, then I'm telling you, you ain't had no real good conversation.
Yeah.
Y'all just been bumping the ground and not understanding.
Yeah.
Man, it's been that way for me for years. That's why I love to talk. But it's an understanding. The communication is great when you have that connection.
Right.
And then, guess
And-
what? It grows from there.
Yeah, and you're probably not going to take somebody to meet your mother who you don't have a connection with, right?
Now remember, I can tag
Oh,
somebody to my mother to remember just because we play cards and some of the rest.
You live with it. You
But
know,
when
yeah.
I take her for what you're talking about with that whole theme of going to that next level, yes, it's gonna be a connect. It's gonna be a strong connection.
Right.
If I'm sitting with my mom talking about this might be the next Miss Hart. Oh yes, because again,
Oh yeah, she gonna stand up and pay attention to it.
what?
Oh yeah.
You talking that way?
Yeah.
And my mom like, oh boy, what happened?
Yeah.
She must put
Where's she at? Invite her over to dinner for
What?
Sunday, right?
She must have put it on you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my mom already know it ain't gonna be because she put it on me.
Yeah.
Okay. And my whole thing is more mental nowadays because of what we got going on. Man, you think about the show, the trucking business, and all our things that we entrepreneurship out there to do, and the things that we looking at doing. Man, I'm telling you, it's woo, you gotta be able to sustain where we going. And a lot of time it's just
True.
right now for the present. It's just, oh,
You gotta be able to sustain where we're going. I love
or
that, Jay.
you won't be able to
I
ride.
love that,
I'm
Jay.
telling you. I mean, I'm
Because
around.
at a certain point, it's just a natural
Thank you.
evolution of things that there's not going to be enough steam for you to keep up.
Nope.
Or for you're not going to like it, or you're not going to want the same things. That's very important, man.
Bro,
And
you gotta
so-
look at the people we're around. I got a person that comes in and films. I want y'all to know this not no Facebook deal. You can go to YouTube. You can see the whole change that he's doing with the show,
Right.
the music and everything. I got a professional in the studio
Right.
every week, been with me for a minute,
Yeah.
rocking with me, showing you how faithful he is to me, and again how I'm blessed to have him.
Right.
And he can change your life just like we're trying to make a change in you. So that's why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
This is top dollar paid for perfection.
Yeah.
And again, how
Somebody
we come
who can-
together and do it?
Somebody who can follow your vision. You know what I'm saying?
Follow a vision.
Yeah.
And she got to
And
be
that's
able to
in
do the same
business
thing.
or in life, or business or in your personal life. It's got to be that way.
So make better choices about who you pick to ride with, because everybody going to take that ride,
There
player.
you go, folks. It's time for us to take our final break.
Mhm.
You just bear with us. Jay and I are gonna come back and
Okay.
wrap up this show and see if we can kind of summarize some of the good information that we talked about tonight. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome back.
Man, one of the things I want to say, man, before this show even do a wrap up, is Happy Valentine's Day to the staff, man. AP wasn't able to make it. She said she had to go out of
Right.
town. She getting treated special. That's right, AP. We salute you, soldier. Handle it out there. Barbara couldn't make it up from Macon, Georgia. Always been there giving us a script, doing her thing. Macon, Georgia in the house. Appreciate y'all as well. Happy Valentine's Day to Barbara. Enjoy yourself as well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
again, to all the other ones that watch our show that might not have anybody do anything for you on Valentine's Day, Jay is saying right now, Happy Valentine's Day. Send me a request and you ain't getting jack. Now tomorrow, I'm gonna try to give out a couple flowers to a couple people, you know, because they be half off, you know what I'm saying? So some specials.
Right.
But again, anybody want to donate to Bar Talk with Jay, feel free. Cash App, Bar Talk with Jay, that's right. And again, the whole thing is to show you love, but again, I want to say all day
Wow.
long, Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day
Valentine's
to all
Day,
the
ladies.
women.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of you was overlooked or not, you still love, we got you. And if
Absolutely.
you like what I'm saying, like, share, pass it.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
how you feel about this, man? Meeting your mom. I mean, you already went over it so much, but again, we have a dynamic mom.
Right.
And I'd love to have yours in the studios.
Yeah,
definitely.
we'll get on the phone one night,
Yeah,
man.
tell her my mom be here
We
too.
already talked. She ready. She's
She
poised.
ready?
Yeah, she's poised.
See, we ain't no joke over here. So I don't know if y'all ready for this. I really don't
Yeah,
think
my
they're
mom
ready.
is something else, boy. My mom is she's highly intelligent and straight street. You know what
Like
I'm
my
saying?
mama.
She can get with the best of the best at any level. You know what I
My
mean?
mom, I ain't gonna mention how old she is.
Yeah.
Watch Atlanta Housewives for the fun of it.
Mhm.
I said, Mom, why you watch that? Because it's ratchet, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know how I live. It's just what I like to be entertained with.
Yeah,
There it is.
it is.
Up on life. Understand some things.
You know, this is a subject that I've tackled many a times. Because every time you bring someone in front of your mom, you know, there are either questions or, you know, what Barb's saying here. She says, well, one of three things you need to do. You either need approval from your mom. For me, I was letting my mom kind of be, you know, the screening process, you know, just participate in it. She's not going to be the answer, the end all be all, but I would love her opinion. And sometimes you just want to introduce to your mom to show commitment, right? Those who introduce folks to their mom and their mom's never met anybody, then they know mom's gonna take that person serious. Mom's gonna be like, oh, you are in a relationship. This does mean something to you. Even if that person just goes to church with you that Sunday, or maybe they come to your Sunday dinner, or they come to the family event for the year, they must be special if you're bringing them to this event. You know, I'm not talking about moms like our moms.
Right.
I'm talking like the people who would only bring someone in the company of their mom if they were real serious about them. You know, there's a lot of reasons. You know, there's a few major reasons. Again, you need approval or you want to show commitment. The other is that you just might need a screening process to happen. And my mom would tell me the truth. She would tell it to me just like she thought it, and she wouldn't hold back. And her rationale is, I don't want you to hear it 10 years later, son,
right.
when I knew it right from the day I met her. I want you to hear it from your mama. And even though I tell you this, don't mean that I won't support you. But it's hard to be in a relationship with somebody who don't like your mama. That changes the whole dynamic of the relationship. I mean, we know a lot of in-laws don't like the don't like the son-in-law, the daughter-in-law. We know that happens a lot in relationships. And I wonder if it had been that way from the very beginning, when you first introduced them, or did something happen over time? Did they learn something about your spouse's significant other that changed their opinion over time about them? But it just seems like I'm not going to take anybody around my mom if I don't think they'll get along with my mom. And I've had a few people in my life who I didn't think would get along with my mom. I think my mom would automatically see they pop off at the mouth too much. They're disrespectful. Maybe they don't have enough class. You meet people from all different walks of life, but obviously none of those stuck. So it was a good thing I didn't. I didn't take them in front of my mom. But
I got a funny story.
Go ahead.
I got a funny story. I used to have somebody come over all the time at night, and they always came over. Let's just say kind of late.
Love hour.
So yeah, we call it love hour, but she
Yeah.
came over kind of late, and my mom would be watching TV, so she in the back, so she just mind her own business, but she can hear people coming in.
Right.
So this person kept coming in, and my mom told her brother, my uncle, that he be having somebody come over here at night. I ain't seen him yet. He ain't introduced nothing, but they keep coming. And I never stopped to introduce, right?
Right.
So one time she came over early enough. My mom was sitting right there at the door.
Right.
So when she opened up, my mom was right there. And she had the big old eye like, hello. So my mom had that look like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you the one that be. So of course she gonna look at me like, you set me up. That was bound to happen. I ain't gotta set nothing up. That woman don't interfere with nothing. She already know what you do.
She know.
Our whole thing is just recognize. She gonna be present. But since that time, that woman always reached out to my mom on her own, talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
That's good stuff.
you gotta understand, I can't control how you gonna vibe with my mother.
Right.
But if you meet me, you meet my mother. I am
Absolutely.
a protege of her.
Right.
So again, if I vibe with you, you'll probably vibe with her.
Right.
Because I get a lot of that energy from her.
Right.
So to meet my mother, you might want to get past me first. Because if I ain't violent, don't worry about her. You might be understanding that I might be more to chew on. Because this ain't what you. This smooth taste will tear your ass up.
Right. Right.
Understand and pay attention. And I like to say, man, we're getting better when we kind of work with each other. That's why I love when we have these shows, because we can dissect ourselves in a way that I can go back and be like, yeah, I need to improve this, I need to improve that. Just bringing somebody around my mother, I would like to say, ooh, I probably wouldn't want to do that, but again, I would, because we play cards together. Me and my mom are going to enjoy life.
Right.
And I want somebody to be around us to enjoy it. But I also notice, like, my camera guy, he brings me around his family. I had a great time with his family.
Yeah.
And his family introduced me to some food that was spicy good,
Yes.
with some good people.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be bringing some of them on the show. We need to do that. But I tell you, a sense of humor, oh my goodness.
Great sense of humor, yeah.
Show gonna be dynamic 2019. I'm telling you, great people have been doing big things, been into music, been into talk radio,
Right.
been TV. I mean, he knows celebrities,
Right.
and they've been around everybody. We're gonna get some of them into the studio. And again, we can be diverse. I don't want to be one-dimensional.
Right.
Relationship is just one of the many things we try to tackle. We just trying to make life better.
Right.
So I hope you enjoy what we do, and I hope it's something that you can gravitate to. And if you do, share, like, pass, diamonds, pearls. I mean, throw some money. You know, Cash App. Bar Talk with Jay. Hey, yeah, we take donations. Ain't nothing wrong throwing some money. You know, it's Valentine's Jay. Jay love appreciation.
Right. Listen, just to have a little fun with the subject. Do you remember this scene
What's that?
in the movie Bad Boys 2
Mm-hmm.
when Reggie
Oh, that little boy came
came to
to
pick up the daughter, right? Now we haven't really talked about from the man's side,
Come
right?
on
We've
now.
been talking about moms and daughters, you know, our ladies meeting our moms, but you know, fathers can be very intense when you
Intimidating.
when you're with their daughter, and they don't know you. You haven't been around before. You a new one. Dads like to put on the game face.
Come on,
and really they want to test you out. I've been into several environments, and they want to do everything from sit down and interview you and drill you to you know, mash on you a little bit, talk down at you a little bit,
I ain't
see
gonna
if
say
you're good.
talk down, but I'm gonna have some fun with you.
Yeah.
I'm just like that movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the person that take my phone, and they're gonna come to the door and they're gonna look at me and like, yes sir, I was here to pick up your daughter. I'll be like, you taking my daughter out? You got a car? Yes sir, it's right there in the driveway. Stay right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my phone, I'm gonna walk out, I'm gonna take a picture of the car, I'm gonna take a picture of the tag, and they're gonna be looking at me like, what you doing? Because if you don't bring her back, I promise you, now that I got your tag,
Yeah.
I got some skills that you might not want to know about. So you enjoy my daughter and respectfully get her back home safely.
Right.
And then I can delete these pictures.
Right.
But if I don't delete these pictures within 11 o'clock tonight, just understand I will be running them tags. And I will be at your and I hope your parents is acceptive of me like I am of you.
Right.
Because I promise you, you might not make it home too many more times to them fooling with my daughter. I'm just trying to
Hey, listen.
mess with the right one.
Hey, listen. If I was Mr. Right, at that point, I would leave your daughter at the doorstep.
I need people to leave her ass alone. Everybody need to be with everybody.
I was.
I don't even know what you got from.
I tell you what, Mr. Hogbrook.
That's right, sir.
I'm gonna call her tomorrow.
That's a good decision.
And
I like you already.
maybe y'all can watch movies or whatever y'all
Y'all
do
gotta
around
watch
here.
a damn
But
thing.
you ain't gotta
Just
worry
talk.
about running my tag
Oh,
or none of that.
oh, don't.
And listen, I know your boss down at your job. I'm gonna tell her what you said to me.
That's right. And keep it step.
That's right.
Because ain't
So,
nothing
listen.
gonna happen on my watch if I can't help it.
Yeah, see, the reality is that if you upset the environment with him, you could be changing the game for your daughter. You really want to kind of keep it covert. You really want to kind of, learn, understand, show him a good time. If you show him a good time, he ain't liable to come back. He's liable to come back around and show you more of himself.
Show
'Cause
a good time?
He's not going to show you
Was
himself
I on?
the first round. He's not going to show you himself. All you're going to be looking at is the label, is the personality, the mask that he has.
That's right.
But if he come over 2 or 3 more times, he hang out, maybe you get him out on the golf course, you get him to hang out in the yard, do some yard work with you one day, invite him to help you move or whatever. Now you're going to really start to know who he is.
Right.
But you're not going to do any of that if she's not feeling it like
Well, my
that.
whole thing is,
You know what I mean?
if you don't start understand, if he can't get past a burial when I'm setting up on front, he ain't right for her anyway.
Yeah, but see,
And my whole thing is not to talk down. It's just remember the tag in the car thing.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even bother you if you have good intentions.
Yeah.
Just
And
because
I
you
like-
take a picture of your car and your tag don't mean nothing. But to me, mentally, if you don't mean my daughter any good,
I'm gonna tell you what I do. You go out there and take a picture of my tag. I'm gonna walk towards you and hand you my driver's license. Here you go. You can make sure, right? I don't know. Overcome that. You're gonna overcome right there.
And then I'm gonna be ordering some shit.
Something else. I got my tattoo, sir. You wanna take a picture of my tattoo right
I
here?
didn't tell you. I don't need all the video. Yeah, you don't went too far down.
I'm
We in ATL.
You know, this whole group. I'm certainly hoping you trust your daughter a little more than that. But
Ooh,
I'm gonna
man.
take good care of her.
I love him, but I don't my daughter.
See, I'm
wrong
a man
for
show
shit.
you. See, I'm the guy who I probably ain't gonna play all that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Be
good.
straight talks. You know, I served in the war just like you did. So I ain't trying to have you judge me and talk down to me and look at me like that
got a
bad
gun
boy
permit.
scene. That bad boy scene. I'd have been like, all right, man, y'all be easy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, y'all be
They
easy.
pulled out guns and everything.
Yeah.
So that's a little different. You get threatened
That was
for
TV.
real.
That was
It
TV.
was. And I don't think I will ever go that far because I really do think you're threatening the person.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a picture of their tag and everything else. I'm just letting you know I'm concerned about who she's
Yeah,
with and where she go.
especially if she's young. But you know, if she's 25, you probably ain't gonna do that. You know
Now,
what I mean?
my youngest one now is 26. So again, I don't have no intent of doing it because my daughter's gonna do that.
Right.
I
Right.
taught that through them when they was young enough that they're gonna make these provisions because they already know when they bring them to me. I already screened him, Daddy. I already feel like he's worth you meeting.
Right.
And I love that one because that's the conversation of, Daddy, nah,
Right.
I was with so and so, but he ain't worth. Because again, they know I want the best for them.
Yeah.
And the best thing is they want the best for them too.
Yeah.
That's working together.
And this is what I like about this is an effort to summarize the topic tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What I really like about this discussion is that we oftentimes, as you know, people who are dating and falling in love and planning to have a family, or if we're a parent and we have kids and our kids are growing up, they're going to reach the dating stage. They're going to reach the level where they need, they need to bring home somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And we oftentimes don't get a chance to think through how we're going to handle it, what we're going to do. And so if you got young kids, you got to find a way to lovingly let their friends come in, whether you like them or not. You got to find a way to learn information without necessarily asking direct questions. This gives us all an opportunity to see it from a different perspective. I too am looking forward to bringing Mrs. Wright into my life, and I too am going to have to share it with my mother and my best friend. Now, when I share it with my mother, she's probably going to be like, son, I'm so proud for you. I'm so happy for you. You've always been a good decision maker. I know you're doing the right thing. And so what's her name? Who is she? Where's she at? Send me some pictures. Why don't y'all plan a trip and come love up on me? My best friend is going to be like, crap, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be like, whatever. He'll tell me about her. See, you ain't answer quick enough.
Hold him back.
My best friend gonna beat me up, right? There's gonna be somebody
That's our job.
inevitably who may not like your process, or may not even like the person, or may just give you a hard time about it, no matter what it is or who they are. But we all need to be thinking through about how we're gonna bridge the gap in those relationships, because how we bridge those gaps can make a major difference in the life of the relationship. You know, if I introduce you to my mother rightly, then my mother's going to respect you, right? And it's not dramatic. It's not a theatrical performance. It's making sure that I present you in a way that I want her to see you, right? And I'm not going to take you over there with you wearing some little short dress. And, I'm not going to take you over there when you ain't got your hair done or whatever. I'm not suggesting that your daily hairdo ain't enough. But I want to put my best foot forward when I take you to meet my people of importance. And if I have that attitude, then I'm giving you the best opportunity to bridge the gap with my family, my friends, and my significant others.
There you go. And one of the things that I said, and I'll repeat just in case somebody want to do this for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a picture of that car, and I'm going to take a picture of that tag. And then I'm going to take a picture of my daughter. And they're going to look at me like, why are you taking a picture of her? Because that's how she better come back. So again,
Right.
I'm not going to be playing with somebody that I don't know their intents.
Right.
But again, if you meet me, we can respect each other because
Right.
I want y'all to have fun.
Right.
But if you going out there with foul intent, I want to meet you right there where you're at.
Right.
And to me, as good men, making sure our daughters is protected, that's our job. So if you're a buster bringing your behind in here thinking you about to get over, and take my daughter down there to Fulton Industrial to the trap spot, please understand, I got something for you, player.
There you go.
Because again, we gotta protect ours. I
Mhm.
protect my daughter along with my girl, hopefully one day my wife.
Right.
Now I shouldn't have to do my wife friends like that, don't get me wrong. If you come here, I got surveillance cameras, so I will run them back. You came to my house.
Right.
Don't come playing.
Right.
And my whole thing is protect. My woman want to be protected. My daughter deserve to be protected.
Yeah.
Too many things is happening, and I like to say we're falling short. Community need to come together. We need to love up on our daughters and our wives and girlfriends in a positive way to change our environment.
Yeah.
So again, let's work together and let's just show not the day of Valentine as a day of love, constant love with the people that you care for. And let's just get some good practices that's gonna make us go to that next level. That's
There
the
you
only
go.
thing I'm
There
shooting
you
for.
go.
Bar Talk with Jay.
And listen, I just want to add one minute of
Give it
point
to him.
here.
Give it to him.
There's many introductions in our lives that we need to make in order to protect the integrity of our relationship. If you got a man at work who you spend a lot of time with, maybe spend a lot of time with late, you probably need to introduce him to your husband so your husband don't think y'all got something going on. And there is a way to do that. There's a proper way to do that. And there's probably many other instances. Maybe you're always going to your child's basketball game and the coach wants to come over and spend lots of time with you. Everybody's watching the coach talk to you every time you come to the game. So if you don't let your husband know what's going on and bring him into the field of influence here, then you're probably setting yourself up for a rumor to be had, right? So there are many introductions that need to be made, and not just our mothers. Be mindful of those introductions, how you make them, when to make them. Position yourself to win. Position yourself to win, and don't position your boss or your coworker or your significant other. Don't position them to fail. I think that's the point of the whole discussion.
You know that's a whole nother topic. You know
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
You just touched on something real.
I know I did. I just opened the door,
I'm not gonna go there.
but
It's at
it's
the
important
end.
stuff, right?
Oh, it's very important.
It's important stuff. I went to my lady's job with her one day, and just before we got ready to walk out, she hugged somebody. And so I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't want to see that.
Crab
You
was
know
like,
what I'm
hold on,
saying?
do you not know I'm still here?
That's what anybody would say.
I'm not
Hey,
invisible.
What is that? You know what I'm saying? I don't play that shit. You need to hold that down.
Crap, I had to check that.
But it would be, if I was gonna make a big deal of it, I would have. I didn't, and she brought it to full circle in no time. But we got to be mindful of our introduction. That's the point of the story. I think we've done a great job with this show tonight, Jay.
Yeah, I think we got a new topic right there, bro. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you right now, I can
Yeah.
go into that one so hard.
Yeah.
And again, some of that can
we're
be
going to.
jealousy,
Yeah.
and some of that need to be nipped in the bud
Right.
early on, because again, you don't want jealousy to overshine
Right.
a person trying to show you off.
There you go.
And again, I think you did that quite well by holding yourself together. And that's what I want us to do, is not be nagging each other and bringing each other down over a situation that can be talked through, like what you
Boom.
just handled.
Boom.
Handle it like that, and we can make change
There you go.
instead of nagging and, oh, well, you just insecure about your feelings for me. No, it's a disrespect to what you showed me.
Right. What
And
you
I don't
showed
like
that. That's right.
So if
Not what
we
you
stop
told me.
now, we changing the
Right.
game, and I can see us with a future.
There you
We
go.
keep that going, I don't see us nowhere.
There you go.
Bar Talk with Jay, baby.
This is Bar Talk with Jay. And with that, folks, we thank you for being with us. Again, we love you. We hope this has been valuable. Continue to check out our shows, our work. We're putting our best foot forward for you every week. And with that one, we are out.
All day long.
Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.